Hello, I'm VJ Karana. Welcome to My Australia, a show about people from overseas having Australian experiences. Coming up today, David explores the centre of Australia on a quad bike, Salome helps out at a soup kitchen, and Bhakti goes on a boat trip. Now, imagine a farm that's so big it takes days to get from one side to the other. David is about to head to a cattle station like that in Central Australia. Let's take a look.
My name is David Derouzu. I was born in Dili, East Timor, which is the capital of East Timor. My mum and dad, they come from a very poor family. Their parents had no money to send them to school. So for them, being able to send us, the 6 kids, to school is what they really wanted to do in life. So for me, being able to get the scholarship from the Australian government and coming down here, it's a life-changing experience in so many ways. How are you going today? It's not only because I'd be able to obtain a tertiary degree, it's also about the personal experience that my family and I gain in Australia will definitely contribute a lot to our lives once we go back home. It's also giving the opportunity for my wife to be able to learn English and also for my daughter.
You like tomato sauce?
No, I want barbecue sauce. I definitely want her to be bilingual, being able to speak not only English but also Teton, our mother tongue. Anything that I can do to make my family a better one, especially for my kids, then I'll just go for it. Today we're here in Andulia Cattle Station. It's about 20 minutes drive away from Alice Springs. I'll be riding on a quad bike, which I never rode before.
Now these are a nice, big, large bike. You can see they're nice and wide, so they're nice and easy to learn how to ride. They're fully automatic.
Especially back home, I've never seen one in my life, so this is going to be something new that I'm really looking forward to.
Now, very different than a two-wheeler. On the push bikes, motorbikes, it's all about leaning. On a quad bike, it's all done with a little bit of muscle in the arms.
Yep. I don't want to say I'm nervous. I think I'm more excited.
All right, David, we'll make it move, eh?
Yep. I haven't been to anywhere that is outside of town, so this is my first time being outside. This is nice. I love it. Yeah. Fantastic. I never saw, beautiful hills with all this landscape before in my life. Check this out. I'm going uphill. Awesome.
Well done, David. You did well, mate.
Fantastic, beautiful.
You've taken to it like a duck to water.
Yeah.
All good.
As usual, when you try something new, first when you start to feel nervous. But as you go on the bike and you get the feeling of it, that's when the fun part starts.
Here in Andulia Cattle Station, just over 1,500 square kilometres. We run Pole Hereford cattle here, and it's all beef cattle. A little bit too dry in the desert to be running dairy cattle. So with 5,000 cattle here, they drink roughly about 50 litres a day. Now, the only way this will fill up is when we get big storms. So we need...
What I learned today is that it's not easy to live in a place like this.
Now, the mustering's done from April to September, and that uses the quad bikes like we're riding, helicopter to bring the cattle in, and trap gates, which...
The difficulty they face, you have a big range of empty land where you're like you're being dropped in the middle of nowhere.
The cattle smell the water. They get up towards these bars here, they smell the water, they want the water, they give it a push and think, aha, straight on through.
Go through, yeah.
In you come.
Oh.
You can make mooing noises if it helps. Moo. Now, one day of the year, we want to trap the cattle. So all we do is swing this gate closed on the exit.
Right. I was surprised today because I thought that, it's a cattle station and I expected to see thousands and thousands of cattle, coming around us. But the fact that we only saw 3 today, it surprises me a lot. And at the same time, it also tells me, how massive this, empty land is.
How are we holding up, David? All right, mate?
Yeah,
You're doing
fine.
well.
Perfect.
Where we've just pulled up here, you can see hiding up in the trees there, that's what we call an 18-footer. It's one of our windmills here that we use to pump and water into this tank.
So that's storage, yeah.
And we store it there, and then we have 2 cattle troughs here, and the cattle can come in and drink from these troughs.
So that's only for the cattle, it's not for...
Just for the cattle, yeah. We drink the water from underground as well.
Yep.
But here we have 35 of these artesian bores. So we use either the windmills, we use diesel engines and solar pumps to get the water from underground. Go on, Dave, we'll jump back on the bikes. We're going to head over to one of the gorges here on the station.
Cool.
And
So
with a bit of luck,
what are we going to see there?
bit of luck, we might see a bit of water that's still down in the waterhole down there at the moment.
Maybe I can go for a swim too.
Whoa, could be an idea.
What I enjoyed about today is pretty much everything, the whole package. It's not only about riding the quad biking, but also learning about how people experience and survive living in a place like this, in an outstation where they are isolated pretty much from everything else.
Have a look at our backyard, David. You couldn't get it any better, could you, mate? It's a nice office.
Fantastic view.
But, yeah, it's a little bit different life to what you'd expect, say, back in the cities. We're fairly lucky, we're only close to town, but some of the cattle properties here can be 7, 8, 10-hour drive to get to town.
Right.
And we're all on generators out here. We don't have normal town powers. Back about 1880, they came up this way looking for gold. It was a big gold rush.
I enjoyed a lot today. It's one of those unforgettable experiences that, I can always take on with me wherever I go, and it's just a great experience. Cool, fantastic. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Pleasure, David. Did well, mate. Come back next time, we might give you a job mustering.
That's right.
That looks like a lot of fun. Our next guest has a very good heart. She's about to show us the soup kitchen where she volunteers. But first, let's ask some people here what they think of poverty and how we can help.
Poverty, it's not as confronting in Australia as it is from where I'm from, which is South Africa, because you tend to see it just out on the street, people begging, but in Australia it's very sort of closed off. I don't feel like people know much about it.
If I look from where I come from, I don't expect Australia to have poor people or homeless people. That's the perception people have in there. And that's only because it's a welfare state. Government helps you, they pay you benefits, so we really don't expect people to be homeless here.
I don't know, I just think it's their choice. They don't want to live with family. They just want to go around to live in the park.
But if one is financially stable, they can contribute some amount of money for such kind of people so that they can help.
Well, it's Australia. I mean, it's part of our very nature to be, well, I don't even know what neighbourly, I think that's the word.
Yeah. Because there's lots of opportunity here in Australia. If you want to do well and you work hard, you can do well. Obviously, some people have it a lot tougher than others, and some people start off from a pretty tough base, but some people fall through the cracks and I guess they end up being homeless.
No, Australia is not a bad country. It's a good country. Everyone have lots of opportunities here. They have to do work, something like that. Everyone have to do work here if they want to eat good, and they have to better survive here.
Now let's join Salome as she helps out some people who are having a hard time by volunteering at a soup kitchen.
My name is Salome. I'm from the Solomon Islands. I was a very adventurous child when I was growing up. I've got 4 children, so I've got children between 8 and 3 years old. Sometimes we go to the beach before dinner, just go take a walk. The kids can play in the beach, or in the park, yeah. It was one of my dream come true to study in Australia. I really want to experience life in Australia, and truly, it's been a remarkable experience studying here. People are really nice. We decided to come to Wollongong, Australia. It's about an hour and a half south of Sydney. I am studying Masters in Professional Accounting at the University of Wollongong. Normally we get into groups of 4 students and we have a discussion on a topic, and it's good when you have a group because that's another way of learning. There's a lot of trees, a lot of plants around. There are times when I wanted to go to the Botanic Garden, which is just across the road from uni. It really motivates me too. The secret about meeting people in Australia is you have to be very open. You just give them a smile, they give you back a smile, and then you just talk. Oh, Australia is a very, very beautiful country, and I wouldn't mind to come back after going home, to come back and live here. It's a very nice place to live. This place is called Wesley Community Care Centre, where it serves people, especially homeless people. I like to deal with people, especially disadvantaged or unfortunate people, helping them. I've been here in Australia and it's been a great place. I want to give back to the community because the community has done so much for me.
This is the breather. My name is Karen. My role here at Wesley Community Care Centre is a drug and alcohol worker counsellor and helping the needy. Our services are here to make sure that the needy, homeless people, drug and alcohol addiction, mental health issues, schizophrenia, we help anybody who comes to our door.
Actually, they can have it. No, they can have it today. We can spoil them.
This service has actually been going for 25 years. We feed anything between 65 and 130, 6 days a week. We operate it through our volunteers. We could not do this work without our volunteers. They come in every day. They do not get paid for it.
Excuse me.
I'm a volunteer. I get a great deal of enjoyment. I like to help others, and I feel it's an opportunity for me to grow as a person. It's not just, your stereotype homeless person on the street. It's affecting a lot of people, a lot of families.
I love volunteering here, yeah. I went broke in business and I had very little to do. I've got a broken body, I've broken my spine and things. So I come here and I do 6 days a week here, put it back into the community, It's just fulfilling to feed these people that need it. And, I need it at the moment, so I know exactly what they're going through.
Where's Graham?
I've been volunteering at the Wesley Kitchen for the last 2 years. I'm actually visually impaired, so I can't work in the workforce. And I love to come here, cook, and it just gives me great satisfaction to be part of this wonderful soup kitchen.
Doesn't need any instructions.
I usually come here once a week. We do the soup. I get the plates and the morning tea ready. We start off by serving them morning tea, and then later on, that's when they have the main course. Not too bad. Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Salome is the most warmest person. She's just brilliant. Yeah, she's so effervescent and just loves life.
Beautiful.
How are you?
Good. How's your little girl? With a lot of people that do come from overseas, they come here and they do think we have it all. We don't have it all, We do have poverty. We do have drug and alcohol addiction.
Before coming to Australia, I always thought about Australia as it's just a wealthy country. There's a lot of, rich people, and there's a lot of, wealthiness there. But then there's a minority here that they have problems just like anywhere in the world.
With economic times the way they are, I think there's more and more people that are doing it hard, and we can give them, some cakes, something nice and sweet, a warm soup, sandwich, food to take home over the weekend. It's just, that's invaluable.
I understand that this place doesn't get any government support, but the community around here, especially businesses and other wealthy people, they both to donate goods. So this kitchen is always full of foods from the community. They've actually donated this stuff.
Don't touch your fingers.
Over the couple of weeks since I've been working here, I've personally talked with a couple of clients. They're very down-to-earth people. They're really nice to talk to. They've actually opened up and tell me their stories and everything about, some of their life experiences to what they've been going through. How are you, Nick?
I'm going good.
Oh, good.
What, you like Australia? Or?
Oh, Australia is a beautiful country, yeah.
One of the best countries in the world. When I come in here, I'm equal to everybody else.
And how do you find the staff here?
Grouse.
Staff.
No more.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a lovely experience for me. How has this place helped you?
Oh, quite dramatically. I came up here a long time ago. I met some people when I used to be years and years ago down the dumpster, not having a good day.
I'm really glad I have this experience and has taught me a lot of new things. I feel like I've actually contributed to make a difference in this community while I'm here in Australia, which makes me happy and makes a difference in their lives too.
That's Salome lending her time and her friendly smile to a good cause. Now, Bhakti has never been on a boat before, so how will she go heading out through rough seas to try to catch some fish? Let's find out.
My name is Bhakti Maya Mainali Damala. I born in Bhutan in 1979. There was a conflict between the two races of people, Nepalese and Dukpa. Policemen come and give challenge or warning, I want to kill you. Where is your family? Bring your husband here. So my mom was really scared and they decided now we have to move from the home, so we have to go somewhere else to find shelter. There in the eastern part of Nepal, there are 7 refugee camps. We started to live over there. I was been there for 19 years. There is a proposal, so if we are happy to go to overseas, we can apply and we can go. I feel it's just great. It is great. If it is really true, it is great. There is safety, security. Sometimes it is difficult. I never seen most of the things, like a beautiful shopping center. Sanitation is very nice, proper cleaning. All people are friendly and kind. So I realized we were living in hell. So this is another world. At the beginning, I find difficulty to work. I realized my English is not good enough to do any bigger course, and I started to work in childcare, and then I started to work in a primary school. Too. I think I enjoy everything because I like the kids and it is a good environment. And other way, I learn lots of words from the Australian kids. They speak beautiful English and, it's fun. I'm at Cullen Bay. I'm going to go fishing today. Today is my first day get on the boat and first day of the fishing. When I jumped into the boat, I didn't feel scared at all.
But just through the day, any snags, tangles, questions, anything at all, just yell out.
So many people, and there is captains, and they are qualified and experienced. Sure, I'm safe. I feel a bit excited as well as a bit scary. I'm on the top of the water. This is fun and scary too. It's lovely. I was thinking I will catch the fish, I will have a lot of fun and a lot of chat with the other peoples in the boat.
Okay, well, I can't tell you exactly where we're going because otherwise I'd have to kill you. But we're basically going out the front of Bino Harbour, which is a series of reefs there, Bass, Lowie and Lorna.
How fast we are going?
Normal cruising speed's about 17.5, 18 knots. So that's roughly 30 kilometres an hour sort of thing.
Oh, okay. And it is quite dark in the morning and there is no specific like a road or sign exactly where we are going. Then how do you know where we are going?
Basically we have a sea map, which is on the screen there, which pretty much gives us our position. We use that and then we use the radar so we don't run into anything.
I think when you're, I don't know whether riding or what, running the boat, I think you have to do like this, like driving a car, something.
Oh, yeah.
But I saw you were touching nothing. How it's run? How it's work?
Well, luckily enough, we have the technology. We have an autopilot, so it will steer it in a straight line.
Unfortunately, I get sick. I feel giddiness and I feel too much wobbly and I get inside. Can I have a plastic bag? At the same time I vomit everywhere and absolutely I was on control and I feel myself very sorry. If the people who are in other place like on the land, they can move away or I can wash it. But you know, there is nowhere to go. I close my eyes and I think the day is gonna be long. I have to wait so long.
Yeah, I've been fishing pretty much all my life. Used to go fishing a fair bit with my dad. It's a stupid sport, but you keep coming back. I don't know, I think it's just the allure of you see all the pictures in the magazines and you want something like that. You want that fight with the fish and you just want to land it. And I suppose the satisfaction of catching and eating your own fish too, it's always a good thing.
It's good, it's a bit rough, but it's been entertaining along the way.
Same fish.
Something different, I guess, from what you do normally. Sometimes you might find something that you've never seen before.
Oh, good salmon, bro. Let's get a keep on there.
There it is, yeah.
That's right.
What sort of shark?
It's a tawny nurse shark or a sleepy shark.
I couldn't open my eye and then I tried to drink more water and keep upright position to control myself, but it doesn't work very well.
Someone told me it was once like a really bad hangover and I've had one of them. But yeah, no, I've never personally been seasick. So I don't know exactly what she's going through, but it doesn't look like a whole lot of fun.
I'm disappointed for myself. I learned sometimes it is really hard when we are traveling on the boat. It's moved a bit faster because of the wave of the sea and nobody can control the wind. I didn't realize, so I have to take some medication for nausea and I have to take plastic bag with me. I have to make sure I'm ready to anything if I try something new. 4 o'clock it was. I saw some land, city, building and other boat and I feel, okay, I'm close to land now, I will survive. When I get off the boat, I feel stayed away better and I feel I have some energy to walk to home and I still like to do fishing, but maybe I can practice with my friends from the jetty or just near the beach, not on the water. Maybe later, maybe next year, I'll try to go into the boat. And I realize that maybe my brain needs practice and used to it, so maybe I will enjoy it.
Poor Bhakti, maybe she's not cut out to be a sailor. That's all for today's show. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page. Here's what's coming up next week. Priya tours some sacred Aboriginal land. Jay checks out a wildlife rehabilitation centre. And Ida and her friends go camping. See you then.